There are no shortcuts in this place. No algorithms, no productivity hacks, no 5 a.m. routines dressed up in aesthetic linen. What you're about to hear is older than any university, older than any textbook, older than the idea that knowledge is something you consume. This is the Library of Ash, and today we go back to the beginning. Socrates never wrote a single word, not one page, not one scroll, not one line. And yet, he is the foundation upon which all of Western thought was built. Ask yourself why. We have been taught to picture Socrates as a statue, cold marble, serene, untouchable. That is a lie. Socrates was ugly. He admitted it freely. Bulging eyes, a flat nose, barefoot in the streets of Athens, while everyone else dressed to impress. He was the son of a stonemason, not royalty, not nobility. And every single day, he walked into the agora, the marketplace, the loudest, most chaotic place in the ancient world. And he asked questions, not to be kind, not to make friends. He asked questions to destroy bad thinking. He called it Elenchus, the refutation. He would state what you believed, and Socrates would keep asking, why? Are you certain? What do you mean by that? Until your belief collapsed under its own weight. Most people hated him for it, and that was exactly the point. Socrates believed that the unexamined life was not worth living, not the unlived life, not the unsuccessful life, but the unexamined one. He was not interested in what you had accomplished. He was interested in whether you truly understood why you were doing any of it. Here is what modern students do. They read, they highlight, they take notes, they watch videos, they consume content for hours, and then they close the laptop, and they have retained almost nothing. Because passive consumption is not learning. Socrates knew this 2,400 years ago. You do not truly know something until you can defend it out loud, under pressure, against someone who is trying to break it. That is it. That is the whole method. He called it dialogue. We call it the Socratic method, but we have stripped it of everything that made it dangerous and turned it into a classroom technique for polite discussion. The original version was brutal. Socrates would target the most confident person in the room, the general, the poet, the politician, and within minutes expose that they did not understand the very thing they claimed to master. It means that every hour you spend reading without testing yourself is an hour largely wasted. The Asians did not have flashcard apps. They had conversation. They sat in circles. They challenged each other. They were not afraid to be wrong in front of others, because being wrong in front of others was how you found the truth. The shame of not knowing was the fuel. There is something else Socrates understood that we have forgotten. He understood that discomfort was the gateway. He lived simply, deliberately. He wore the same cloak in summer and winter. He walked barefoot through snow, not because he was poor, but because he refused to let comfort make him soft. He called this Askesis, discipline, the deliberate hardening of the self. The Stoics who came after him, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, built entire philosophies on this foundation. The idea that you must train yourself to think clearly under pressure. That luxury and ease are the enemies of sharp thinking. Look at the world around you. Everything is designed to be easy, to be comfortable, to require as little of you as possible. And as a result, thinking has become rare. In 399 BC, Athens put Socrates on trial, charged with corrupting the youth and impiety against the gods. He could have apologized, he could have softened his words, he could have left the city. He refused. He drank the hemlock and faced death the same way he faced every argument, with complete, unblinking clarity. So what do you actually do with this? 3 things. Simple, hard. 1. Stop highlighting. Start explaining. After every chapter, after every lecture, every video, close it and explain what you just learned out loud to yourself, to a wall. Doesn't matter. If you cannot explain it clearly, you do not know it yet. This is the work. 2. Seek the person who disagrees with you. Socrates did not surround himself with people who agreed. He found the opposition. The moment you only consume what confirms what you already believe, you have stopped thinking. You have started performing. 3. Sit with the question longer than is comfortable. Socrates spent decades on single questions. What is justice? What is courage? What is knowledge itself? He never claimed to have found the answers. He claimed only that he knew he did not know. And this made him wiser than everyone who was certain. The Library of Ash is not a place of comfort. It never was. It is a place where you bring your assumptions and you watch them burn, where the ideas that survive are not the ones you were given. They are the ones you earned. Socrates is dead. Athens is rubble. The scrolls are ash. The questions remain, and they are waiting for you.